Have you ever found the perfect used car online, driven across town feeling excited, and then watched the price suddenly climb by thousands of dollars before you even reach the signing table? If that sounds unbelievable, you're not alone. Buying a used car in 2026 isn't just about finding the right vehicle anymore. It's about avoiding hidden fees, confusing sales tactics, and expensive surprises that can turn a great deal into a financial headache. The good news is that once you understand how today's dealerships work, you'll have a huge advantage before you ever step onto the lot. Stick around until the end, because the final tip could save you more money than any negotiation strategy. And if you enjoy practical tips that help you make smarter financial decisions, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future guides. Picture this. You find a beautiful used SUV advertised online for just over $30,000. The photos look great, the mileage is reasonable, the vehicle history appears clean, and after reading the description, you think you've finally found the perfect car. You schedule a test drive, arrive at the dealership, and everything seems to go exactly as planned. The vehicle drives smoothly, the interior is spotless, and you're already imagining yourself taking it home that same day. Then comes the paperwork. Instead of discussing the advertised price, the salesperson places a printed sheet on the desk showing a completely different total. Suddenly there are reconditioning fees, certification packages, documentation charges, processing costs, registration expenses, taxes, and several other line items that were never mentioned in the advertisement. Within just a few minutes, the price has increased by several $1,000s. This situation is becoming increasingly common in 2026. While not every dealership operates this way, many buyers are discovering that the online price is often only the starting point of the conversation, rather than the actual amount they'll be expected to pay. One of the most common extra charges is something called a reconditioning fee. Dealers often explain that every used vehicle must be inspected, serviced, cleaned, and repaired before being offered for sale. That sounds perfectly reasonable, because buyers naturally expect a safe and reliable vehicle. But here's the important question. Should those costs already be included in the advertised selling price? Many experienced buyers believe they should. After all, preparing a vehicle for sale is part of running a dealership. That's why it's always worth politely asking for documentation showing exactly what repairs or maintenance were performed. A transparent dealer should have no problem explaining where those costs came from. Another fee that often surprises buyers is a certification package. Sometimes this includes an extended warranty or additional coverage that may provide genuine value. However, not every certification is the same. In some situations, buyers discover that what was presented as a manufacturer-certified program is actually a third-party warranty with different terms and conditions. That doesn't automatically make it bad, but it does mean you should ask questions before agreeing. Find out exactly what you're paying for, who provides the coverage, how long it lasts, and whether you can decline it if you don't want the additional protection. Then comes another familiar tactic. Instead of continuing to discuss the total vehicle price, the conversation suddenly shifts toward monthly payments. The salesperson might ask, "What monthly payment feels comfortable for you?" At first glance, this seems like a helpful question, but focusing only on the monthly payment can sometimes distract buyers from the actual cost of the vehicle. By extending the loan over a longer period, almost any payment can appear affordable, even if the overall purchase price has increased significantly. That's why experienced buyers often return the conversation to one simple number. What is my total out-the-door price? The out-the-door price includes everything you'll actually pay before driving away. It combines the selling price, taxes, registration fees, documentation charges, and any optional products you decide to purchase. Once you know that number, comparing different dealerships becomes much easier. Another lesson many buyers are learning in 2026 is the importance of arranging financing before visiting the dealership. Walking in with a pre-approved loan from your bank or credit union gives you valuable negotiating power. Even if the dealership offers competitive financing, you'll have something to compare it against instead of making a rushed decision under pressure. Sometimes dealerships may encourage buyers to finance through a specific lender in order to qualify for certain promotions. If that happens, simply ask whether the advertised price depends on using their financing or whether the same price is available regardless of who provides the loan. A clear answer helps prevent misunderstandings later. One of the smartest investments any used car buyer can make is a pre-purchase inspection. For a relatively small fee, an independent mechanic can examine the vehicle before you commit to buying it. They can identify hidden mechanical problems, previous accident repairs, worn components, or future maintenance issues that may not be obvious during a short test drive. Many buyers skip this step because they're excited to complete the purchase quickly. That's exactly why it matters. A few minutes of professional inspection today could prevent thousands of dollars in unexpected repairs tomorrow. There's also a psychological side to buying a car that many people underestimate. Once you've spent hours researching vehicles, driving across town, completing paperwork, and waiting inside the dealership, it becomes much harder to walk away. That's known as the commitment effect. After investing so much time, people naturally feel pressure to finish the transaction, even if they're no longer comfortable with the price. The easiest way to avoid this pressure is to complete as much of the negotiation as possible before visiting the dealership. Ask for the complete out-the-door price through email or text. Request copies of any optional fees. Clarify financing requirements. Get everything in writing before scheduling your appointment. That way, when you arrive, there are far fewer surprises waiting for you. It's also worth remembering that no matter how much you like a particular vehicle, there will almost always be another one available. Walking away isn't a failure. In many cases, it's your strongest negotiating tool. A dealership that knows you're willing to leave may suddenly become much more flexible than they were just a few minutes earlier. The used car market in 2026 offers more information than ever before. Buyers can compare prices online, check vehicle history reports, research market values, read customer reviews, and communicate directly with dealerships before leaving home. Those tools give today's shoppers an advantage that simply didn't exist years ago. The buyers who save the most money aren't necessarily the best negotiators. They're the best prepared. At the end of the day, the best used car isn't simply the one with the lowest advertised price. It's the one that comes with honest pricing, clear documentation, fair terms, and complete confidence that you know exactly what you're paying for. A transparent deal will always feel better than chasing what looked like a bargain but turned into an expensive surprise. Now we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever visited a dealership and been shocked by unexpected fees? Or have you found a dealer that made the entire buying process simple and transparent? Share your experience in the comments below, because your story could help someone else avoid making a costly mistake. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends or family who are planning to buy a used car in 2026. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.